All right, Twitch can hear us. It's happening. It's happening. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to KO Comedy. You guys, I am your tech tonight. I'm Annie Dies a Lot. And before we get the show on the road, I'm gonna go over a few things that everyone can do at home. Yes, to help the show go nice and smoothly. The very first thing, if you are here in the Zoom room and you haven't already, now is a great time to go ahead, turn on those mics and cameras. It definitely helps the show when we can see if you're laughing or not. It helps a lot. That being said, we know it's the internet. We know lots of people like to stay anonymous. That's fine. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a reactions button. Go ahead and use that. We can still gauge if you're having a good time or not. Let's see. What's next? Oh, I know. Twitch, you guys, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys all being there. If you want to come be in the Zoom room and talk with us live, you're all welcome to. It's pretty easy. Just go to kocomedy.com, sign up for the email. You'll receive the link for this show and all of our shows. You guys, we do this 7 days a week. So come hang out with us. It's always a good time. And if you are here in the Zoom room and you want to see what's happening on Twitch, you can go to twitch.tv/Comedy Hub and see what's going on in the chat over there. We've got, let's see, I see Carla's over here. Carla Comedy, welcome. Unknown 420, good to see you tonight. That's Sarah Green doing double duty in both the rooms, you guys. Yes, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's see, you guys, we have some really awesome comedians for you tonight, and you are so welcome. This is a free show. Yay. Said, we still ask that you support everyone that you see here tonight. The best way you can do that, and it's free, and it's easy, you guys, during everyone's sets, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to drop their Instagram handles on my screen and down in the chat. Give them a follow. Help boost their algorithms. Everybody could use a little boost in their algorithms these days, okay? So yeah, just do it. Also, we won't say no to a donation. No, we won't. It's pretty easy. We take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. And if you're watching over on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. Do you have to sign up for every show? You think you got the email for one a long time ago? Definitely check your promotions. Sometimes it goes to promotions, so it might be where your email's at. But yeah, you guys, we don't just take your money either when you donate. Oh, no. We're going to go ahead and give you a shout out on the donor board. You guys, we have, let's see, I think we started new month last week, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's right. Last week it was Groundhog's Day, so I put groundhogs on the board. Tonight, I think we're gonna do something. Let's go football-y. This is a football day. We'll see what happens. All right, you guys. There's only one more thing that everyone needs to do. It's the most important thing, you guys. That's enjoy the show. It's gonna be so much fun. All right, that's enough of me. Are you guys ready for your host tonight? Are you ready?
Yeah.
One person is ready. Yeah, I know I'm ready. I know Twitch is ready. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. You guys, give it up for your host tonight. Give him a follow at Casey's Comedy. You guys, your host tonight is Casey McNeil.
Hey, still me. Stuck with me. Still me. Always me. I can't help but want to bitch about algorithms because you bring up algorithms, Annie, in the beginning of this. And it sucks so bad because I just shot my 20th movie yesterday. I'm going to be in the Extras Hall of Fame before too long. And because the reason we did this because comics in the 90s and early 2000s, the only way to make it was to get on a sitcom or to get on TV, to get in a movie, to have TV credits. Since fucking TikTok, it doesn't, since Hawk Tuah Girl got 2 million fucking subscribers in 5 minutes, it doesn't matter. Like, how can we compete with that? You guys may know, since I have OCD, I listen to a YouTube video of a box fan at night. It's just a 10-hour long video of just records a box fan. Great for sleeping. 15 million views. The thing's got 2 million subscribers. It's like, how are we supposed to compete with that? Hey, did you see Casey's comedy special? Got 100,000 views? Well, he's no box fan. All right, so.
In the boxes, however.
Right. Yeah, good evening, you guys. I'm looking old. I'm feeling old. I know I look like I'm here to sell you a reverse mortgage or talk about Medicare Part C, but I promise to try and be relevant. I've been watching a lot of History Channel lately. You guys know that this month, actually last month, was the anniversary of a very famous labor strike that took place in Massachusetts, because Massachusetts was king of the textiles in the 1800s and early 1900s. All of the clothes in the world were made right here in like Lowell, Massachusetts, Lawrence, Massachusetts. And they went on strike in 1912, a very famous textile strike. Anybody know what their labor strike was over? This is why I'm convinced that we don't know what we're working for. They were outraged because the federal government, for safety concerns, lowered the working hours per week for women and children from 56 to only 54 hours that they could work per week. Yeah, they were outraged. I would love to be a fly on the wall back then. What do you mean? What do you mean 54 hours? What am I supposed to do with all that leisure time?
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about me. My 9-year-old daughter works here. She's going to be heartbroken. Oh, look at her. Listen, baby, don't cry. Look, let me tell you something. This kid can work 56 hours a week standing on her head, okay? Well, she could have hadn't been caught in that loom last year, but listen, she's still got 6 fingers and almost full use of her left side, so we don't see what the problem is. Next thing you know, they're going to be telling us that the women have to make the same money as the men. Okay, that's a thinker. All right. All right, labor jokes are out. I saw the oh man, I don't have my guy here for this. You know, I saw a very famous I saw a History Channel show about philosophers. And I saw the show about a very famous philosopher named Socrates, right? And you know that he had a famous student. Do you know who it was? Plato. And they talk about Plato and Socrates' relationship and that as teacher and student. You know they had to have the same kind of teacher-student relationship that teachers and students have today. Right? I can see Plato out on the college campus going, Euripides, come hither. Listen, do not take Socrates for philosophy class. I believe he's sucking. I can see Socrates is in the teacher's lounge smoking like, do you know how much gladiators make today? All right. Another one I saw is about Mozart. Now you like this, Colin. Do you know that? How many of you know the famous composer Haydn? Do you guys know the famous composer Haydn? A few know him, right? Now, how many of you know the famous composer Mozart? Ooh, right? Everybody knows Mozart. But in the time that Mozart was alive, Haydn was the most famous composer in all of Europe, and Mozart was his protege. So can you imagine being the great Mozart but having to open for Haydn? What that concert would be like? Ladies and gentlemen, the Vienna Philharmonic and the Emperor presents Haydn. The crowd goes nuts. But first, the musical stylings of his protege, Mozart. Everybody like, Mo who? Get off, you suck. All right. That's like, you guys don't know, it's like, you know, that's what, like, opening for a rock band is the fucking worst thing ever. Have you ever had that, Carly? Oh, man. Just like, now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting AC/DC. But first, you're like, no. And we're like, get off. All right. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. Oh, here comes everybody now that my set's over. Yay. Okay. We have got, oh, did you guys see the new Batman movie?
No. There's a new Batman movie?
No, the George Pattinson one, you know? Or, I mean, Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson was Batman.
It was good.
And Zoe,
Kravitz.
Yeah, was Catwoman. I mean, I think it's cool. I like the movie, but, you know, come on, you guys. Does Gotham City need another Batman movie? No, I guess, does Gotham City need a Batman? I think about it, they've only got like 5 fucking villains, right? The Joker, the Riddler, right? Mr. Freeze. Last time I checked, they're pretty easy to pick out of a crowd. Yeah, they must. They shouldn't be that hard to locate. They always live in slanted buildings, right? They must have the most inept police force on earth. I can picture one of their cops coming upon the villain to call it in. Yeah, dispatch. This is car 214. Yeah, we got a heavily armed clown down here. Yeah, he's squatting in a slanted building next to the old amusement park. Oh, that checks out. Oh, okay. All right. All right, you guys. We got a good show for you. Are you ready for a good show?
Yeah.
All right, good. I thought so. Hello, Kevin. Hello, William. Evil Dave. All you Twitch people, glad to see you. Dorothea, Sean, M, and Jinda. B, you're there too. We're glad to have all you guys here. Dragon Lord. Yay. Okay, this is going to be a good one. We're going to start with, I wanted to ask you, Nico. You have to check with me later.
What's up?
You have to check with me later to tell me if you know anybody from the Motor City Music Festival.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know all the people that reject me every year. They're very close friends.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I figured. And this guy knows very close friends with the Motor City Music Festival people. You've seen him in the Burbank Comedy Festival. It's Nico Lukoff.
Yeah.
That's me. Yeah, let's go over Casey, everybody. Yeah, Casey, I will give you personal contact info for everyone who's not put me into that festival. That'll be great. Right to it. Dude, so Casey, we were talking about like having the like box fan sound stuff you're doing. I was listening to Amazon Music, and I was like, I just want to have throughout the day. I was just trying to do something similar, kind of have like some kind of ambient sounds or whatever. So I did like the fireplace sounds. It was like soothing fireplace sounds. Like, oh, this is so nice. There was fucking ads in the middle of it.
Oh, are you kidding?
I'm just still relaxing. It's like Blue Chew. I'm like, what are you? In the middle of the day. I don't think that I just need do that. So that was fun. So Casey was bringing that up Motor City Comedy Fest stuff. I live in Michigan. It's a cool state. It's cold, but it's a cool state. We got legal weed. That's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. But we do have these really strict laws. Hell yeah. Another fellow devil's lettuce advocate there, I guess. We got
Jazz cabbage.
yeah. But we got these really strict laws in Michigan though about driving using your cell phone. So what I do when I drive in Michigan, it gets me kind of nervous. What I do is I always make sure to always have a big bag of weed with me. When I'm driving in Michigan, big bag of weed right in my lap, in case I get pulled over and I need somewhere to hide my phone.
All right.
Like, nothing to see here, officer, just me and this big bag of drugs. That's all that's going on here. Mm-hmm. If you want to bust me, you're going to have to get your phone sniffing dog. That's what they've got to get. And even if they found the phone, I'd be like, oh, man, be easy on me. That's not even mine. I'm just holding that for a friend.
I know my rights.
It's dragging me, I guess. Yeah. And I actually felt bad for my friend. I thought my friend got ripped off. I actually thought it was a oregano phone, one of those ones. They just give you a headache, those ones. I think volleyball was invented for people who just don't know how to catch.
Right.
I like that one. That one slaps. That's fun for me. I just wanted to bounce that one off you guys real quick. That's all right. I don't want to get all divisive here, so stay with me, folks. But there are some things about the television show The Walking Dead that I don't think are realistic.
Oh,
Yeah. Kicking off the show,
Scary.
talking about weed as theories about The Walking Dead. Big fucking surprise, right?
Great.
So
Great
watch
show.
The Walking Dead, and you got people for like 15 years just jumping over stuff, running around all ages. They're fighting, they're stabbing, they're getting chased, they're chasing. But not one time in 15,000 hours of television, not one time did anybody just go, oh, fuck my sciatic.
all right.
Fucking L4, L5, that. You need air support. I need lumbar support, dude. That's what. So I was actually watching The Walking Dead because I was actually laid up for a while. I hurt my back, so I was laying down for a while. I'm like, these motherfuckers can walk and they're dead. I'm just laying here, little jealous right there. But I ended up in the hospital, actually. I'm fine, but I was in the hospital for these back issues, and they're giving me lots of different medications. One medication they gave me is called orphanedrin. That is on the list of drugs. Do not take. I'm usually a say yes to drugs. This is a say no to drugs situation. Orphanedrin, what they gave me. I started getting even more stupid than usual. I had like Google words that I didn't. I had to Google KO comedy. I was like, I don't even know how to spell right now. It was crazy. And another thing too, I was just looking out the window, and then I was noticing the clouds, and the clouds like just were moving like kind of fast, and they were like moving like really fast. I'm like, these Cirrus were getting serious. They were fucking just flying so fast, and then shapes started forming from these clouds. I was like, oh, that's kind of neat, enjoying some shapes. And then the shapes came into the room, and I went, oh, something's wrong. This is
It's
not.
the edibles.
Yeah, it was the edibles. They injected me with the orphanedrin. Edibles probably would have chilled me out a little bit. Now, and it was cool. Like I didn't like mind or anything. It was just interesting. I was just seeing these shapes and stuff. I'm yelling to the nurses to come in. I'm like, you guys see these snakes coming through this room too? Is that just me? Just fucking with them a little bit. But then this one shape came through that kind of like really caught my attention. So I was raised Jewish. That was a big part of my life for a long time. And I wore a symbol called a chai. Might be familiar if you're Jewish, you know Jewish people that they wear around their neck. Called a chai. It's like life. It's l'chaim to life. It's all this stuff. So I'm seeing this symbol, come through the clouds that show this. And I'm loopy as fuck, and my brain is like saying hello to me, like showing me this symbol, this high. Folks, I was high. My brain was saying hi by showing me a high. I've got dad jokes on 3 planes of existence. All right. That's fucking, that was pretty impressive. My wife and I just celebrated our 21st anniversary. I thought that was
Nice.
hell yeah, thank you. It's nice. It's nice when people cheer and applaud for this. It gets weird when they boo. That becomes a weird scenario when that happens. That happened at a live show the other week. Dude in the front row booed. I was like, who hurt you, man? And then I realized that it was actually one of the other comedians on the show. So I was like, oh yeah, your parents, I know. I know what hurt you. Good. So one thing great about my wife and I's relationship, after all these years, we're still learning things about each other, keeps it interesting, exciting. Like recently I learned that my wife is just a real witch. And I don't mean she like shops at Spencer's Gifts and has more than one Yankee candle. Like she's the real deal. Her and her coven do rituals. I call them witchuals. Welcome. I do think it's convenient that my wife's a witch though, because she says that when she dies, she wants to get cremated. Historically. Yeah, that's just how you got rid of a witch. That's right. That one's a slow burn. That one's a fast one. She likes that joke. My wife likes that one. At least that's what she says when she's like hunched over her pot, staring and glaring at me. Like, it's a little weird, I guess. Our oldest kid, when he was 13, told my wife and I that he decided to become Christian. I was like, that son of a witch. Remember, because that last joke, that was fun. That was a good one, wasn't it? I was like, dude, I thought you were cool. I don't care what religion anybody is, but I was surprised. Like, I was raised Jewish. My wife's pagan. This wasn't the rebellion we had anticipated, And he told me this. I was taken aback. I didn't want to push him away. I still want to be like a good, supportive father, just like every comedian's always wanted. So I gave him a big hug, and I'm like, we'll get through this together. I love you no matter what. Some of my best friends are Christians. I wonder, is there like a camp we could send him to? Because like that's the conversion therapy that I would be okay with. Like if I could send him to a camp and he came back and he wasn't Christian anymore. But like, what if this was a trade-off? He came back to as a Christian, but then he was into guys. Like I thought he wasn't Christian, then he was into the fellas. And be like, fine, Like that'd be better, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they could just gay the prey away. And if you want a sticker that says that, hit me up on social media. I donate half the funds from that to the Trevor Project in the name of Noah Hagen. Casey, thank you so much. I'm really excited for the rest of the show. Love y'all. Have a wonderful night.
Great. Nice to see you, Nico. Nico,
Likewise,
look off. Let him know. Feel love. Yeah. I tell you that,
Kevin, I hear that every day in the mirror, buddy. Bring it.
I was young in Michigan also. As you know, I'm from the hickey redneck part of Michigan called Michigan. And I remember getting pulled over in Michigan. When I was in high school, we always did the stuff like, you know, a Tommy Boy, how they did the angry bees, right? When the cops pull them over. My guys were just like this. Like, this is talking about fucking 40 years ago. And my boys would be like, one of their tricks is my buddy would pretend that he was mentally disabled. So when I rolled down the window, he would act up so much over in the other seat that the cop would just, after a while, he'd get so uncomfortable, he'd go, "Oh, okay, just try to slow down a little bit." And, but my favorite one though is when I was taking my drunk friend, we get pulled over. Cop comes up to the window. My friend leans over and goes, "What's the matter with you, officer? Don't you recognize the presidential vehicle when you see it?" Then he looks in the back and goes, "Oh my God, they kidnapped the president." Then the cop says, "Can I see your license?" He goes, "Can we shoot your gun?" Cop says, "Look, you gotta be quiet, man. I'm trying to talk to this guy." He goes, "Yeah, what are you asking me for, man? He's the one reckless driving. Probably got drugs on him." All right, you guys ready for something else?
Yeah.
A new comic joins the fray. We're so glad to have her here. You've seen her at the Comedy Cabaret, and you've heard her on Sirius XM Comedy Radio. Please put your hands together for Carla Ubrick.
You gotta prove yourself.
Thank you. I'll put my hands together, but it'll be hard to play. You're probably wondering, hey, how did they get the poor man's Reese Witherspoon on this show? You just call me Reese Witherspork. One of my comic friends was telling me his fantasy was to date Jennifer Lopez. I'm like, you know, she's quoted as saying, "I think of myself as a luxury product, and I should be treated like one. And you live in your parents' basement and eat ramen noodles." Just a little bit of a mismatch. Just a little bit. I said, you know, just as a friend, I think maybe you should aim a little lower, like instead of a luxury product, maybe a knockoff. Like a Reese Witherspork. But not me, because I'm married to a poor man's Sean Penn. Or as we call him, Sean Pencil. Anyway, I said, you know, just get your own knockoff, like a Blake Not So Lively. Or maybe an Emily Extremely Blunt. Like that. I'm not into luxury products. The only luxury product I've ever owned is 3-ply toilet paper.
That's a lot of plies.
It clogged my toilet. I'm saying luxury products are high maintenance. Someone who thinks of themselves as a luxury product is the kind of person who's going to make you late everywhere you go. Maybe some of y'all can relate to that. We're not gonna make it. No, we ain't gonna make it. We're not gonna make it to the store. It seems each time we go out, you give your hair a blowout. Then curl and gel, man, it takes so long. Why put on such a big show? It's only Office Depot. This is our life. This is our song. We're not gonna make it. No, we ain't gonna make it. We're not gonna make it to the store. Normally I ask for a sing-along at that point, but yeah, not on Zoom. So I moved from, a while back, I moved from South Carolina to New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah. Talk about things that you say to yourself in the mirror every day. Why? Why? People ask me that all the time. All the time. Yeah. And when I'd been here about a month, I called home and said, I was having culture shock. And I said, y'all, it's so expensive in New Jersey and the traffic is crazy and nobody will take my Confederate money. My neighbor, he was like, he didn't know anything about South Carolina. He was like, there's 2 Carolinas. So I told him it was East and West. I don't think he's bothered to find out any different anyway. He also thinks that our state motto is just because we're cousins doesn't mean we can't get married. All right. What are we known for besides that? We're not known for a great public education. Not usually in the top 10 states or even the top 48. That's why our state motto is thank God for Alabama.
I was going to say, I thought it was Arkansas. Alabama's worse.
Well, we're all fighting for that bottom spot. Yeah, Florida's vying for it too now. Pretty soon they won't have any books. Anyway, we do have some famous people from South Carolina. Hootie and the Blowfish. Stephen Colbert, he's from South Carolina, believe it or not. And, Vanna White. We're very proud of Vanna White because she can spell. Anyway, speaking of that, I cannot say Worcestershire sauce. I can't even spell it. Do you think it's still okay? Pop the cap and smell it. Questions of the ages posed by Aristotle or Euripides or Plato. Does anyone live long enough to buy a second bottle? I think so. I think it just gets passed down. So I was born cross-eyed. I spent my first 4 years of life like this. My mom hates when I do that. She's like, don't do that. They're going to get stuck again. That is not how it works, Mom. You know I had surgery. I remember it very well because when I got home, I had half as many toys. They don't warn you about that side effect. And I thought, okay, after that, they sort of fixed it. But after that, I had lazy eye. So all of first grade, I was a pirate. And then I got the patch and the glasses and all that stuff. And I thought it was fixed, finally. But then in my 20s, one of my guy friends says to me, you really need to stop winking at me. I'm not Ooh, that explains a lot. I'll just have the salad. I can't go out with you. I'm married. Get away from me, you pervert. It all makes sense now. Once I knew that I was winking all the time, my whole life was thought of differently. But in the end, you can't hide your lazy eye. All right. That's enough of that. Have y'all seen that new Sasquatch soap?
Yeah.
Sasquatch brand soap. Have you tried it, Casey?
No,
I don't recommend it. Although you might like it, but I didn't like it. I got some free soap at this convention I was at, so I was like, oh, soap. I like taking showers and being clean. It was rough, very rough soap. It was like showering with Brillo, and it smelled like I needed a shower. And what I found out was that apparently it's a man soap. And it's supposed to bring out your male pheromones. Oh. Yeah, it's a man soap. That explains why for the last couple weeks I've been grabbing my crotch and yelling, "Let's go Chiefs!" Thought it was just the Super Bowl, but it was the soap. My husband came home from the gym, and he said, there was a sign over the urinal in the men's locker room, and it said, "Please stop shaving in the urinal." And he goes, now, why would anybody shave in the urinal? That doesn't make any sense. There's no mirror. You can't even see your beard. I said, I don't think that's what's happening in the urinal. I guess what I'm trying to say is my husband's not the culprit. He's not the... Anyway, it kept happening, so they put up another sign that says, whoever is manscaping in the urinal, if we catch you, you will lose your gym membership. And underneath it was scrawled, "You'll never catch me, coppers. Ha ha ha." So apparently they're looking for a Batman villain. It's all tying together tonight. Yeah. Then finally there was another sign that said, reward for whoever turns in the serial manscaper. and they still haven't caught him. He's still at large or small. We actually don't know. We don't know yet. I have a theory about who it is. I think it's the guy who leaves the weights all over the floor after he finishes working out. He can lift them 20 times, but not 21. I used to work in a gym. I know the type. Anyway, I was now that I live in New Jersey. Jersey has famous people too. Lots of famous people from New Jersey: Frank Sinatra, Molly Pitcher, Whitney Houston, Thomas Edison, and
Bon Jovi.
Yes, Bon Jovi. And every single one of them has been honored by having a rest area named after them. That's the highest honor in New Jersey, apparently, is to have a building full of toilets with your name on it. So the one on the Garden State Parkway, I think they picked that one to rename as a John Bon Jovi rest area, because that's how you know you're halfway there. Just a theory. Anyway, one more thing that's real popular in New Jersey: swearing. One word in particular. Let me just keep it clean here, because I don't want you to get kicked off of Twitch. As if they have standards. Anyway, let me just get this into
No content restrictions for us, kid.
Oh, all right. These restrictions are just ones I put on.
Put your dick away.
What?
She's teasing me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought she was talking to me. I was like, is that what this is? All right. So this gave me a great business idea anyways. If I had the copyright on the word, I'd say, this driving yourself, you dumb. No need for hard work and no need for luck. If I had the copyright on the word. Not a gasp, not a sigh from my mouth would be heard. Nope, just a cha-ching when you hear the F word. If people got jealous of all of my wealth, and tell them to copyright. And if I had the copyright on the word, it would roll off my tongue like water off a duck. Four-letter word usage is perfectly honed. I could retire on New York alone, where they say, motherfuckers, I don't give a if they can't take a joke, then hey, what the those fuckers will you, so don't get up, quit fucking around, or you're gonna get. If I had the copyright on the word. Thank you for having me on the show, KO Comedy. Thank you, Casey.
Hey, Carrie. So glad to have you here. Dynamite set. Awesome to have you. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, it's funny how we talk about the look like the Reese Witherspoon, but you look like they start evolving when you get older, like me. Like when you're young, you can do like, oh yeah, I look like Tom Cruise if he was in rehab. Ha ha ha. Then you get to be my age, you're like Larry King's evil twin. You have to choose entirely different kind of stuff. So give another hand to Carla. Premiere appearance on KO Comedy. Yeah.
Thank you.
And now we got another premiere. She's from New York. She came to my show with Janine Garofalo a couple of weeks ago, or was it I guess it was last week, wasn't it, Joan? And she's producer of the Comedy Lungs Festival. Please put your hands together for Joan Reinboff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carla, like a complete unknown there.
That's right.
I'm Joan, and now that I'm 80, I've decided to freeze my eggs. I'm going to spend the winter in New York. I'm married to Danny. Danny is a criminal lawyer, and he believes women should have complete rights. Every morning he says to me, Joan, you have the right to remain silent, and you say can and will be used against you. Dan is really cool. How cool is Dan? Dan is cooler than Kendrick and Lamar put together. Dan is sitting right here. What's it? Dan is saying, thank you, darling, but I don't follow sports. How often do you get this? Your call may be monitored for quality assurance. Ain't going to be answered. It's just going to be monitored. Especially now with Musk and his associates out busy there sucking the air out of democracy. DEI, diversity, equity, and impossible. It seems Crayola is only allowed now to produce primary colors. We're not getting any tertiary colors out of Crayola anymore. It seems to me that our founding fathers would really consider these guys to be tyrants. I think we ought to really stop funding these domestic terrorists. Tax cuts for us all, across the board. But I'm still wearing my patriotic bra. I put it on and it says, remember the fallen. Did Casey tell you I opened for Seinfeld? Miriam Seinfeld, apartment 14H. She left the keys in the garage. I had to go down and open for her. Not going to open for Jerry anymore. I'm telling you, not till he changes his position on Gaza. I mean, it used to be, it was against the law to yell fire in a crowded theater. Now it's okay to fire into the theater, just against the law to yell ceasefire. First Amendment, that used to protect us from hate speech. Now the First Amendment, that's protecting the hate speech from us. Gonna take a whole lot more than scented candles to get us through the next 4 years. Those scented candles with their toxic positivity, them I want to be yelling louder, applauding more, demanding health care for all. I mean, I get more benefits from my Staples card than I do from Emblem Health card. Melania's back. I don't know if you use her beauty product. Do any of you use it, Undercover Girl? You don't know it? Comes with the concealer, the cover-up, and the erase. Just in time for Valentine's Day, she's revealing Donald's favorite new color, red-handed. They're looking for intelligent design. Maybe they should read my book. The Hot Tub Years, the story of menopause in a streetcar named Perspire. Talk trash, darlings, and queens the air. Remember, we used to have webbed feet and hug each other. We're going to do it again. Do I still have time on this? I'll tell you about Roosevelt. Do I still have time, Casey?
Yeah.
Somebody watching?
Yeah, go ahead.
I miss my dog, Roosevelt. Roosevelt could read. Big yellow sign downstairs in the lobby said wet floor. Roosevelt did. We wanted him to run for president, didn't we, Danny? Roosevelt, we said, when's the last time we had a president could read and up to date in his rabies shots? You guys are old enough to know we had a Richard Nixon, but Danny and I are old enough to know his campaign. A big red, white, and blue button said, you can't lick our dick. We lick their dick. And don't let anybody tell you you can't lick theirs. Good job. There's a Dan said, good job. Good job.
Yeah. Oh, you're done, Joe. Yeah, Joe Ryman. Yes. Let her hear. Let her know. Yeah, that's awesome. As you know, Joe, I don't actually believe in political jokes because that's how that fucker got elected. Okay.
Without the union, Casey, we'd all be at work at 7, and I don't mean AM.
Yeah, right. Oh, give another hand to Joan. Yay. This has been a great show so far.
Else other than political.
Exactly.
I said, I didn't know you could make jokes other than political. I was surprised.
Yeah, well, this thing, this whole Trump thing is like, this happened once before, like 100 years ago, there was half the country going, Grover Cleveland again, but it's going to be a whole lot different now because Grover Cleveland didn't destroy our country. Okay, now moving on. And finally, and I'm so delighted to have her here. Wait. Annie's just showing me the board. She's flashing up the board. She has never interrupted me or stopped me, even though I beg her to, because Zenobia will tell you that, like, you got to stop me from whatever. So yeah, let's go to the board, Annie.
Let's do it. Here we go. There it is. That's the board. What's up, everybody? Yes. Just like I promised, when you guys donate, I'm going to give you a shout out. So let's shout a couple people out. Let's do it. Yeah. You guys, give it up for William Reynolds dropping $15 on the board. That's right. It's a football day. So I found a football bong just for you, William. That's right. A football bong. We're going to put that over here. And you guys also give it up for Abigail Hydrangea Brown dropping $5. That's right, Abigail. That's 2 teams of frogs.
Hydrangea Brown.
Yeah,
right. Abigail Hydrangea Brown.
We love you, Abigail.
Yes, we do. Thank you guys so much. We still have one more amazing comedian for you tonight. So if you guys want to get your name on the board, it's really easy, you guys. That's not the right. There it is. You guys, we take Venmo at KO-comedy. We also take PayPal, KOComedyShows@gmail.com. If you're watching over on Twitch, you guys, we take those bits as well. And you guys, I'm going to throw it back to your amazing host tonight. Don't forget to follow him. It's really easy, at Casey's Comedy. You guys, it's Casey McNeil.
Hey, it's still me. But I am happy that we have this person closing our show tonight, my very dear friend, my multiple year work wife. But now, but she left me and moved away. So now she's in the middle of the country. And we're glad to have her here tonight. She has got a great album called Reckless with the Truth. She's the funniest person I've ever known. It's Zenobia Del Mar.
Yeah.
It's me. Hi, guys. We're here trying to be funny with unruly pets. Yeah, I'm in Ohio now, and I still don't fucking know why. I don't know, man. I moved to Ohio, and it's just like, oh, so it's just Florida with fucking snow instead of gators. Got it. I'm glad I can at least get weed here because weed is my jam. But I went to go buy some weed the other day, and the guy's like, I don't know, man. Sometimes people need to calm the fuck down with weed because I go buy some weed, and he's like, oh, yeah, this one's like taking a Percocet. This one, it'll lay you out for like 3 days. I was like, which one is like good weed? Because that's all the fuck I want. I don't want a heroin high from my weed. That's why I'm doing weed. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've been doing weed for like 30 years, and like, it's still the best. It's like life's ultimate wingman. It's like, would you like to hate all this shit a little bit less? I'll get a sandwich. I'm like, yes, exactly what the fuck I want. But I was in Austin for a while before I settled here. Here's the thing about white people that I've noticed from Austin. You don't know how to flavor food, so you just make it hot. It's like ass torch and hot sauce and, colon flamer. I'm like, you don't have any garlic. You can't just crack some pepper and some garlic over there. Okay, we got to blow out my colon. All right, I understand. Felt like I needed that. But that, and you know what else pisses me off? Here's the thing. I'm getting older because that's what happens when you don't fucking die. You just keep going. And I'm getting older and I'm realizing that you have to make sure that you hate the right shit. Like, there's a lot of hateable shit. I can't fucking hate everything. One thing I will vehemently hate until I'm fucking dead, Kraft macaroni and cheese pisses me off to my core. Kraft macaroni and cheese is an abomination. You know what's in macaroni and cheese? Macaroni and fucking cheese. So what the hell are you eating this neon abomination for? This fucking privileged poverty pasta. Go fuck yourself. You are pissing off my Jew and my Negress, and I don't like it. I do like dogs. And he walks right in time to fucking try to chew on me. I like dogs and dicks and laying down. I like to keep shit real fucking simple, right? It's like weed needs to be simple. I don't understand dabs. The first time I did a dab, I went outside and I could smell the sunshine. I was like, this is too fucking much. You need to bring it back and calm it down. I don't want to have to find a blowtorch when I need to get high. I don't want to fucking dab. I'm like, where are the papers? Roll up some papers and let me live my life. It's just like in the mornings when I'm always high and the antidepressant commercials come on, which are my favorite. I got a bone in one hand. I got the Golden Girls on and a cup of coffee. And he pops up. He's like, hey, are you sad? I'm like, not right now. Come back in 20 minutes. But he's got that hard shell. He's like, no, you need to take this pill. It's going to give you suicidal thoughts of being an addict that doesn't work. I was like, what? Sound like bad things. And I can't have grapefruit juice. This is bullshit. Right? What if I just smoke this dank ass weed and go lay down? Right? Because apparently that's the thing with antidepressants. If you use antidepressants, your pussy doesn't work. And I learned this from a half female comedian who's just on stage talking about being on Zoloft and being bisexual and not being able to come. I was like, your pussy sounds like the worst ride at the fair. Like, why are you sharing it? You should fucking shut this shit down. Just small children walking past and being afraid. Like, why is it this condemned? I don't know. They just let it fucking happen. Right? Like Zoom comedy. You just let it happen. Zoom is just weird as fuck. It's like oddly personal. Like, I'm looking into your house and I'm seeing your fucked up decor and your ugly kids and your bad decisions. And I'm just like, can we get Tom a green screen? Because he is fucking up my high on this business call, right? But some of you know. I don't know. I stopped eating chicken recently, which is another thing that makes me very bad at being black, but it's fucking okay. But Casey knows, Casey's not New England, but Casey's now New England because New England people, we're just freaking different, right? It's like New England people, it's like we're sea people and we see people. But every now and then you meet somebody and you go, one day I'm going to have to punch you in the fucking face. I can tell. You just give me that feeling, right? As the dog tears up some toilet roll under the bed. I don't know. What is it? It's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
It's the football day that I don't give a fuck about. There's a lot of shit going on that I don't give a fuck about because it don't affect me. Like, I don't know. It's Black History Month, but I'm going to look like this all year long, so it doesn't really fucking matter to me. It's like, it's fucking fine. Because a lot of times black people are like, oh, we got the shortest month. They gave us the shortest month for Black History Month. I'm like, it's not that it's the shortest month. It's that it's the coldest month. They were like, shit, we got to give them a whole month?
Yeah.
But shit, make sure they can't be outside and barbecue and do any of that shit that they like. February, I'm like, that is hilarious. I'm like, I'm a negress, but I'm an asshole first, and that shit is... I don't know, this Aldi wine is kicking in because I'm fucking classy. I do like wine. I can't really drink whiskey too much because whiskey turns me into Yosemite Sam. I just go outside and just wanting to punch people. My friend is like, I didn't know you were Irish, and then he saw me punch a motherfucker and leave a party, and now he knows. Right, Bobby? Bobby knows. Bobby's cool. What else? How do we bring this firestorm home? I am a woman, because that's just the way that it panned out. Being a woman is interesting because you have woman problems, but you also have woman benefits. Like every so often you get in a little bit of trouble and your tits are like, I got this. I'm like, yes, tits. Work that out. The same tits that get me into a jam will get me out of one. Love it. Love it. Love it so much. But the problem with being a woman is anytime you leave the house with a pussy, people just feel free to say random dumb shit to you, like right to your face. Like I went to Boston Market because chicken used to be delicious. I go to Boston Market and I order some vegetables. And she goes, oh, vegetables, are you on a diet? I'm like, no, I'm just an adult. Can't be mashed potatoes and yam o'clock all the fucking time. So why don't you go get that garlic spinach? You mind your fucking business, man. Mind your business. That's the problem about being a comic is you don't really want to tell everybody because then they talk to you extra. And it's always one or two things. And people always tell me I should be a comic or tell me a joke. No and no. God damn it. Because comics and porn stars, I feel like we have the job that everybody else thinks that they can do. And I'm like, no, you need to leave this to the professionally broken. There's a certain kind of person that can come up here and show and shame themselves every night under shitty lighting and get paid in chicken fingers. Right? And antibiotics. God damn it. But that's the job. At least with Zoom shows, I know that it won't be dangerous because sometimes you show up to shows and it's like, shit, I'm gonna have to make friends with the best fighter in this motherfucker in case some shit goes down later, right? It's like, hey, sir, I like your neck tattoo. You want to share some chicken fingers? Yeah, help me out. Those shows usually happen in Lowell. I don't know. We have another person from Michigan here. I've never been to Michigan, but I know not to go to Michigan. It's one of those things, right? Like I've written jokes about Detroit without having gone there, and I know that they're fucking official. Right? Detroit. Here's a Detroit joke. I have a bike and I ride that shit because I love it. It's like the best shit ever, but it's like horrible because like I'm riding my bike in July and it's like it's punishing my ass. It's building up my ass, but it's punishing my clam. It's like I got a civil war in my pants. It's like my ass is benefiting and my pussy is dying. It's like my ass is the government and my pussy is Detroit. It's like you just fucking. You sit there and you suffer. I'm like, God damn it. That is what it is to be alive, right? To be alive and be a fucking depressive. I just can't take antidepressants. Fuck that shit. I'm like, so wait a minute. I'm going to feel worse and I can't have grapefruit juice and my dog won't make me happy and I can't bust off. This is just the summation of the prior set, just throwing out some bullet points. But this has been this is really good for a Zoom show because sometimes you just throw shit out into the ethos and you don't know what the fuck it's gonna be, but that's what comedy is. Yeah. But I still prefer comedy. I can't do improv. To me, improv is like bad sex because I hate both of those things. I'm like, just fucking stop. Just get off me. Just stop it. Right? I don't like when you fuck up things that I love, like fucking and grilled cheeses. Those shits should be good all the time. Don't you give me a grilled cheese with mayonnaise on it, and don't you have fuck me. God damn it. Don't ever fucking do that. It used to be right all the time. It's just like threesomes. I'm like, threesomes, I don't even like to share food. What the fuck are we doing? I gotta pass the dick around and the room smells weird and I gotta wait. Just too much, and I don't like any of it. I don't like any of it. But we're here hanging out in my room, and there's something mysterious in my cup of wine, but it'll be fine. Gonna bring this firestorm home. I just did a show up in Cleveland because Cleveland is what Ohio calls a city. Okay. Just like, what? But sometimes you just look up and say, what the fuck am I doing in Cleveland? And then you just go about your business. This is like when I was in Austin. I was like, why the fuck am I in Texas? Why am I in Texas? And then you just go to the HEB and get a steak and watch some Beavis and Butthead and say, fuck, I'm in Texas. Yeah. Because TV's important. I like TV, but the problem with watching TV as a woman is they always know that you're a woman. So, like, I'm watching YouTube and I get those random woman ads. There's this broad who pops up and goes, I had 8 UTIs in 1 year. I'm like, okay. Is this how you make friends? I'm just trying to watch this Watch Mojo clip and beat off and fall asleep at 3 o'clock, but here she is. She's like, I had 8 UTIs in 1 year, and then her boyfriend's sitting next to her with his dumb ass and his dirty dick. And I'm just like, why don't both of you leave? This is not the way to make friends. I don't like it, right? Get out of here. Stop trying to bond with me. It's just like that and the Babbel commercial where she's like, oh, I learned how to speak Spanish with Babbel. I'm like, you could have just spoke to your husband for free, right?
Yeah.
How do you find a Mexican, date and court them, and all you know how to say is "Donde está el baño"? Go fuck yourself. I don't like it. It makes me do the Jew fingers. The Jew fingers versus the Italian fingers. It means the same thing, but ooh, motherfucker. But you guys are fantastic. Thank you for having me. I'm pretty buzzed. The show was super fun. And the dog is chewing on my lip gloss. All right, guys.
All right, Zenobia
Thank you.
ladies and
Have a good
gentlemen.
night.
Give her a hand, let her know, because I gotta have
Give me
her
that.
come back. I gotta have her come back on this show. So I want her to know she gets some applause when she's
Yeah.
on. Yeah, I
Applause
miss
and
you.
weed money. God
That's
damn
right.
it.
I miss
Give
you.
me
I
that.
miss you so bad, Zenobia. You're like, you're my normal people are gone now. I don't have any normal comic friends. So you guys, this has been a great show. Faster than usual, and that's probably good. You are all terrific. I was glad to see you all here. We have heard from Carla Ulbrich, Nico Lukov, Joan Reinmuth, and Zenobia Del Mar. Make sure you give everybody a follow and a like and share our stuff. When you see those little clips of like 30 seconds long, you got to share those. That's how we make it now. Okay, I had 20 movies that mean nothing. Now you have to share my fucking Instagram shit. That's the only thing that will work. All right, you guys, we love you. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, you guys.
I didn't time that, but hopefully I made your time.
Yeah, you were fine. Yeah, you were great.
Okay, cool.
You were great. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming. Everybody have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't
I
get
think
phone calls.
you have